What's up, fellas? This is the drip. That's the spell. That's the hammer. If you don't got the drip, bring a rope. Let's get started. Done you a favor by labeling a bunch of these tiles to make it easier to follow along with. First one's cook 8 and wait for the double fishing spot. So fill up your inventory until this blue tile. Yeah, you guessed it, that's 8. Start cooking them. When you see these fishing spots jump around, that means that the double's about to spawn. Usually it's a few seconds after that guy speaks. There it is. We're going to fill our inventory till we hit 17. This will put Tempoross's energy below 10%, which prevents him from using any further specials. If you go over, that's fine, just be careful not to dump it. It's good to get in the habit of standing here. Sometimes a storm will hover over this tile. The next part is the most important part about this method. You want to keep a certain amount of fires alive so that they spread by the time you lap to the other side of the island and come back. So keep one on the ship alive. And keep at least 2 here alive while you fill up to 19 fish again. Sometimes the fire will spawn on these fishing spots, and just so happens that it spawned on the double. It's unfortunate, but it's not detrimental. You know, the storm intensity resets every time you down Tempoross, so it's not a huge deal. Just saves a little bit of time. I'm going to clear this fire just so it doesn't burn me if it makes another one. You want to keep this furthest fire alive wherever it is. This helps spreads it around the island faster. Oh, careful. See? You gotta be careful with that. Quick on my feet. Tempoross can't touch this. We're gonna get 19 more cooked fish. 88% is a safe percentage to leave on in order to give yourself time to kind of navigate the fires and put out a couple up here. When you use humidify, you do get stalled, so you can't click around. So be careful casting that when you're near fires. Kind of like give yourself a little space to buffer. Leave a couple of fires on the ship alive so that they can spread. Dump the 19 fish and make your way to the dock, clearing out any fires on the dock. Oops, lost a couple of buckets, no big deal. Get there, Tempoross till about 80%. I'm gonna go a little bit under. Now you want to keep some of these fires alive. I'm spacing them out and staggering them so that they can spread faster and clear out the center. See how they just form very quickly. You lose a couple of buckets, it's no big deal. Just keep pushing. The fire spread pretty quickly this time. That's no problem. Just keep going. Try and leave a couple fires alive over here so they can spread that way. Same thing on this side, leave like 2 or 3 alive. If the double fishing spot's over here, drop a couple of buckets and fish it. It'll help make this a little bit easier. Although I got here too quick. I gotta change this so that it says 40, not 25 to turn back at. Keep clearing. And look out for the double fishing spawn when it comes back. Get in the habit of fishing while dropping buckets. It's just easy to see an XP drop. Get after the double fishing spot. There it is. Oh, don't drop the hammer. Seven buckets plus your 2 spots for your room pouch and your hammer is 19 fish. So you want to get 19 fish again. That's what we're going for. This will put Tempoross back at 4%. Got super unlucky with the amount I cooked. Still might be able to make it. Might have to skip putting out some fires and just go straight for loading. Normally you cook a bunch. You can put these out, save yourself some time. While running, use humidify. Still have plenty of time. Dump 19. This will put Tempoross back at 4% again. Clear out these fires. It's important to get Tempoross under 60%. So if you're out of buckets with water, just forget about the rest of the fires up there. Let's call this like 55%. Just do your thing. Put out fires, try and path yourself so that you'll hit these corners. These triple spots are nice to hit. Oh, out of water. It's always helpful to step away to humidify so you don't lose any extra buckets that you need to. I'm a little behind. I should be crossing this point by 25%. So that just means I'll skip I'm putting out extra fires. Unless I'm quick with my extinguishing, then I should be able to put out them all. You'll kind of be able to feel out where you'll be behind, where you won't be. It's always good to pay attention to how many buckets of water you have left, so you don't waste time like I did. Sometimes it comes down to a matter of seconds. If you see the double fishing spot, drop a bucket and get 2 fish. They don't have to be cooked. Unlucky. Well, that happens sometimes. I think you could just put it out with 1 cooked fish if you get lucky with your harpoon. You want to load it by 97. It's the last point that you can load it. Maybe 98 actually. It's the last point you can load it. You want to be on here when it loads up to start attacking. If you're above 60%, if you're below 60%, then you'll have a little more time to put out these fires. And we got this in the bag. That's what you should expect every time. Fuck. I will link a paste bin under the description so that you can import those tiles to make it easier to follow along. Click copy under the paste bin, right click your world map and import ground markers. It should bring them all up. A couple of things that'll make this a lot easier is turning on a couple of RuneLite plugins. The first one's mouse tooltips. So with it off, you see there's nothing highlighted, but if I turn it on, it'll say exactly what you're putting out, or what you're picking up, or what you're fishing, or harpooning, or if you're taking buckets. Just makes it easier just so you don't accidentally misclick things and click through a fire. Although it's kind of hard to do that. The second thing is tile indicators. I have all 3 of these turned on. It's so you know exactly what tile you're going to click to, and that second tile you see kind of jumping around is your actual true tile. So when your true tile gets to a spot, that means your character's there and ready to make its next action. So when you actually see your tile there, that's when you can put out the fires rather than waiting for your character to physically get there.